Hello and welcome to the HeartWorking Dad podcast. I'm your host, Gabriel Perez, and this is the podcast for Christian fathers looking to do the hard work of heart work. And what is the hard work of heart work? It is working on ourselves so that we can partner with Jesus to work on the hearts of our family. And the goal of this podcast is to help build a practical foundation of spiritual and practical leadership for the family. New episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. I like to keep them short so it doesn't take away from your day. I keep them 10 to 15 minutes so you're able to get a challenge and an encouragement and bring this into your own journey of walking with God, of marriage and family. All right, and like I said, I'm your host, Gabriel Perez. I've been with my wife for 19 years. Together we have 3 kids. We both work full-time jobs, and we partner together in homeschooling our children. And in addition to that, I am a certified biblical parenting coach at the National Center of Biblical Parenting Association. Let's jump into this episode. Your kids are not an inconvenience. Now, this comes from a story, but I also feel it's kind of something I've wrestled with and kind of a theme I hate to say theme, but something I've wrestled with in my parenting journey. This morning, right now it's Memorial Day when I record this podcast. I woke up, slept in a little bit, but woke up knowing that I'm pretty sure I'm going to do the Murph workout. And it's pretty hard, and I'm doing it with a weighted vest this time versus last year. I actually don't want to do it. But anyways, I have these plans. And so I'm getting ready. I already feel late because I slept in, but it's a holiday. So give me some grace. But I'm feeling like, okay, I got to get this done. I start getting on my shoes. My youngest is there with my wife. And he goes, "Where are you going?" And so I'm going to go running. This is how I speak to my son. And he goes, "I want to go running. And my first thought was, this is going to be an inconvenience. I kind of just want to get going. I'm ready to get on my journey. I'm ready to start this. For me, runs are a very kind of spiritual thing. I get a lot of encouragement from God. And I just wanted to get going with what I wanted to do. But my son wanted to go. And I said, I can't just deny him like that. He wants to go. So I say, well, go get your shoes. And I'm not even in the happiest. I don't even say that happily. I'm just like, well, get your shoes. Go on, get them. And he gets them. And he said, go get your socks. And I'm tying my shoes. And it's funny because he sees me tie the first knot. And he comes in and he does it too. He ties my shoe. And I was like, oh, thanks, bud. And I finished tying my shoes. Then I put his shoes on. And his shoes, they don't tie. But he starts pretending to tie them. And it was just cute. Here it is, my son wanted to be like me, wanted to do what I do, wanted to go running like his dad, wanted to be with his dad, wanted to tie his shoes like his dad. And here I am being a jerk. Oh, this is an inconvenience. Oh, this is going to disrupt my day. Yeah, this is the HeartWorking Dad for you. This is the guy who I struggle. Not perfect dad here. I'm not on a platform. I am hoping that I speak level to level with you in this because I struggle. And it's just in that journey of struggling, I hope to share a lot of this, to know that your guys aren't alone in these struggles, even if it means showing you that I'm not a great dad. I'm working on it. And so we get outside, and he's like, let's go. And he starts running, and we're running together, and then he just holds my hand. He wants to run with me. And we run about a quarter mile before he's pretty wiped out. And he's still getting over a cough, so then he's like hacking up a lung. And he's ready to go back, though. So we run back, and I'm just looking at this moment. Here's my little guy holding my hand, running right alongside with me. And I think, wow, I almost missed this. I was almost so ignorant to be like, this is an inconvenience. I just want to go on. And I think, how often as dads are we like that? That we lose these moments because we got plans. We're busy. We have a agenda. We have things we need to do. And in just the art of being productive, we miss our children's hearts. We miss these moments to connect. We miss these moments to bond. And I'm just really convicted of how I can often do that. Because maybe you relate, but I'm the kind of dad who is a check the box kind of dad. And, sometimes quite honestly, I have to be to a certain extent. I have to be diligent in reading the word in the morning because my day is going to get crazy and there's probably not going to be a good time to just sit there and read the word. So I kind of have to be that way for in the morning. I like to work out because in the morning and later in the day, it's hard for me to work out when I'm coming home from work and I'm doing homeschool with my kids. Because then once we finish homeschool, we move into the dinner mode. Then we move into like cleaning the house mode. Then we move into hanging out or, there's just a lot of things going, a lot of moving parts. So as dads, we do need to be checking the box. We do need to be moving along and keeping our family moving. But we also got to stop and just take in the moment. Take in our kids. Enjoy our kids. Bond with our kids. We can easily just lose that. And I've said this quote so often, I'm going to say it again. The days are long, but the years are short. Every day it feels like, you're just so ready to go to sleep, to just... when I put the kids down, I'm ready to just shut down my brain and hang out with my wife because it's been a long day. But when you look back on these days, you look back and you're like, wow, my kids are older. Wow, that time is gone when they were a toddler. And now I just with my son, I just helped him shave for the first time. He's 11 years old. Now it wasn't a whole lot, but still, he's shaving. He was just a kid not too long ago. Time goes by. The years are short. And we have to be diligent to protect the present moment in our homes, with our wives, with our children. Your children are not an inconvenience. So often we feel disrupted when they ask us for something. So often we feel disrupted when they just want to hang out with us for a moment. So often we feel disrupted because we got to do stuff. Let's not be disrupted. Disruptive. Disrupted. Does that work? Let's not get disrupted by our children, but allow those moments to happen. Let's not think of it in that kind of light. Let us not think of it as an inconvenience, but a moment to capture, a moment to be present in. Because those are the moments that we're gonna look back on and remember. And I don't want to be that dad that is always inconvenienced when his kids ask something. Because you know what? They're gonna see it on my face. Dad, do you want to play games? Not right now, bud. I'm really tired. I've said that many times before. Dad, do you want to hang out? Yeah, we can hang out, but I just got to finish this and this and that. Does that always happen? No. Dad, do you want to watch TV with me? Sure, I'll watch TV with you. And then how? You're on your phone. Guys, I'm not telling you anything that I haven't done. These are all examples I'm drawing from my life. I'm learning to put my phone away. I'm learning to put the distractions away, to put business and to allow myself time with my kids, to allow that when they ask me something, I can be available. Because if we are that example to them, and when they take that to God, is God going to say, let me do this first. Let me take care of this first. No. God is a father who wants to be involved, wants to be present, wants to have a relationship with us. And they could easily just keep reaching out to us and feel that denial that, well, why am I going to reach out to God? I'm probably just going to get denied there too. I'm probably just going to, God's probably too busy. I don't think I need to pray about that. God's too busy with more important things that what I'm going through doesn't really matter. And that is not what we want our kids to think. So let's be there in the moments that matter most. So I think you know the challenge. The challenge is to to say yes. When you feel like, oh, this could be an inconvenience, say yes. Take a moment, take a deep breath and ask yourself, you're gonna get that conviction now. If you're hearing this podcast and your kid's gonna ask you for something, there's gonna be that conviction now. Because you're like, I just heard about that. Okay, yes. Yes, we can do that. Yes, we can. Yes, I'll take some time to do this. And the encouragement is, I say this a million times. Today is the day. If you have found yourself being that dad like me who's missed many moments, well, guess what? You can have a moment today. You can have a moment the next time your kids ask. And you're going to see that, wow, blew me away. This was great. I should say yes more often. All right. So with that, I'm going to end this podcast episode. Please, this is just what do they call it? The house cleaning? I don't know. A couple things. If you enjoy this podcast, if you get value from it, I would like to ask that you would leave a rating and review. Helps the podcast grow. It helps me. It helps this message get out to more men. Actually, it was voted top 10 podcast for Christian dads. Now, I don't know if that's a phony thing, but some guy sent me it in the mail. So I'm just going to stick with it and say, yeah, okay. I'm top 10. I was actually number 3. But I also think that there's not a lot of Christian dad podcasts out there. There's only a few that I can think of. And the other ones that he had me on the list with were posted like once a quarter, once every 3 weeks. So maybe it's just because I'm posting twice a week. But anyways, I digress. Please rating and review on Apple or Spotify. If you know of a dad who could use this message, please send it to them. And if you are interested in a free resource, you can go to the HeartWorkingDad.com and you can get a free resource that can help you lead your family by scheduling your priorities versus prioritizing your schedule. So with that, catch you on the next episode. Talk soon.